Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today I'm pretty excited to kick off like a franchise review. And as you can tell by the title, today I'll be recapping the TRON franchise in preparation for the upcoming third film, TRON Ares, which arrives this week. So, I know you guys are thinking, what is TRON? So if you've been living in a hole in the ground for about a couple of years or so, don't know what this franchise is. Basically, TRON is like a Disney franchise, probably like a black sheep version of it, because some people know it back then when it came out, 1980s, and others are just hearing about it the first time, with some probably seeing TRON Legacy back in 2010 and hearing about the new one that comes out next. I want to give you guys my own fresh take on each of the films. So over the next few days, I'm going to be reviewing the entire TRON franchise, starting off with the original one in 1982, the sequel known as TRON Legacy in 2010, and finally TRON Ares, which arrives this week. So without further ado, I hope you guys are ready for me to talk about this franchise, and make sure you guys sit back and relax. And also, before I get started, it would be appreciated if you guys would like and subscribe. It really helps out my channel a lot. Without further ado, let's get started talking about it. So, where to begin? So the year is the 1980s. So video game movies weren't as pretty big and popular as they were. However, there was in the year 1982, Disney would release a visual effect movie that is groundbreaking in style, and that's called TRON. So this movie has a pretty unique concept. This film is a really big milestone for use of its computer graphic imagery, or CGI for short, and it has although it has massively improved over the next couple of years. This was like probably a full almost 98% of it is like visuals and stuff. So what I love about this is like how it's like visually shot. The visuals are like super fantastic, like out of like a 1980s video game. Like the pixelate design is like super great. Like, not to mention, like, it is like it's nice. It has a great animation, like, you know, like some visual blocks, like out of an old video game you see when you were playing it back then. And this movie has so much fantastic, great light effects when it was shot. Like, I imagine they shot this in a film studio, and it's just really fantastic how, like, the movie is, like, being shot. Like, it's just fascinating. Like, when I first, like, saw this, it's just amazing. So, the visual concepts, like, having someone put inside a massive video game, like, of their own creation, this is like brand new. This is like a first-hand start for something this big. And this would be so many years like ahead for other companies and stuff or franchises to master this kind of concept. For example, the Matrix movies, which has like you inside this digital programming world with all this crazy stuff and robots and AI. That is a big thing. And also, not to mention other franchises like Sword Art Online and Ready Player One has a kind of a similar concept. And I'm visually impressed. And I'm a pretty big fan of those franchises. So starting off with the cast. So the cast, Jeff Bridges, who was an up-and-coming actor at the time. Now he's like regarded famous in other roles. He does a pretty great performance as Kevin Flynn. And like his charisma in the movie just matches that tone. And I'm like, wow, he can do so much great acting. The main antagonist movie played by David Warner, who you may know from playing Lovejoy in James Cameron's Titanic. He has a pretty great villain performance. He's like one of his his many villainous roles. And it's wouldn't be until 1997 when he do play that villain in Titanic. Great actor, by the way. Praise to him. Great visuals. So, and I like his dual performance because many actors like to do some dual performance of a villain and a hero, but I just like find it so amazing and cool how it's done. And yeah, I wasn't a pretty big Tron fan like I am a bit now. But I always usually watch Legacy over the original because I wasn't a fan of some old 80s stuff. But after I watched the movie yesterday, I was like amazed of like what was being left on. I mean, and this film wasn't even a huge hit when it came back in 1982. For stars, it was like even the plot was confusing. It was a flawed thing, and it was some people back in 1982 didn't even know about this movie, and they were like, "What is this thing? Is this even a pretty good one?" And yeah, I mean, I wasn't born around the 80s. I mean, I would have had a different opinion if I saw it, or maybe I would agree with others. But regardless, despite like its like poor box office results, it still regained a massive cult following, like many other cult classic movies. Many people just like realize like, hey, what's this movie here? Oh, it's called Tron. Like, can I check it out? Like, sure, it's pretty cool. And yeah, like me, I just found like this movie pretty fascinating. I mean, I didn't know of it at the time. I wasn't into video game stuff or watching some non-video game adapted films, but I am proud of how like this movie still has a wide connected audience. Even to this day, it still matches that same tone and respect. And I really like it. So yeah, I know there's a few things I like to point out. Like, I know the visuals are pretty outdated and this is like an old 1980s movie, but it's still a cult classic. I pretty much enjoyed it, and I can't wait for you guys. I can't wait to talk about like the next one, Tron Legacy. Like, I'm sure that one is pretty cooler than this one. But it's my opinion, and I know you guys have your own opinions on stuff, and I'm willing to agree with you on most of that. But yeah, that's all I got. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what do you like about Tron, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Ciao.